Well, how are you? Welcome to the Dublin Songs edition of the live stream and the Riley live stream. I am quite reverby there for a lot of speaking, so let me just remove that for a second, or make it a little less anyway. Yeah, so I'm Enda Riley, and how are you? If it's your first time here, hello and welcome. And if you've been watching since COVID times, then thanks for joining me on a monthly basis now. And I was thinking, trying to make them themed, perhaps from now on. We'll see how it goes if we can manage it. So today's theme is Dublin, or songs from Dublin, and I asked all the folks on Facebook what was their favourite Dublin songs. So that was pretty cool. I got to hear a lot of ones that I didn't know about, which I should have. So thanks so much for responding to that. My wife Anne-Marie is actually making up a Spotify playlist of all the ones she can from that. So we'll be sharing that so you can listen to people's favourites Dublin songs. So we've one or two of those that were mentioned that I'll play today, that I just learned for today. One of them is the Dublin Can Be Heaven with Coffee at 11, the Dublin Saunter. So I'll be playing that one in a little bit. I'm going to start off with a song that Enda Cullen and myself wrote a number of years ago. Before I do, I just noticed there in the intro that a lot of those scenes were from Dublin. There was one where I'm sitting on the rocks up in Howth. There was one playing with the Lazy Band in Bewley's Cafe Theatre on Grafton Street there. And another one was in the Muzu Studios, which I don't know if they're there anymore. That was in and around the South Dublin area there as well. And loads of other ones. Bowes Pub was there as well. And I'm not sure if we got the International was there with Steve and James Smith upstairs. So a lot of them are from my YouTube videos as well, if you're interested in hearing any of them. But we're going to start with this one. This is a co-write with Enda Cullen, and I performed it in Irish. We released it in Irish, and it was kind of for up the dubs, as it were, because the dubs were playing against Kerry in the final. I think it was 2011, before the dubs started getting good. So that's a claim to fame of mine, is that this song in the Irish version was the start of Dublin winning all their games. So if you don't speak Irish and if you don't know Dublin, the colours of Dublin are kind of blue and navy, and so we mentioned a guna gurum, and a guna is a dress. So in your guna gurum, in your blue dress, and we also talk about the blue shoes. That's just kind of a nod to the Dublin colours. And your gra is love, and in this context it's going around with your gra on show, showing off your girlfriend, as it were. So this is our answer to the Galway girl, my Dublin girl. So well, get your blue shoes on and dance with me round Stephen's Green like we used to do on summer nights when love was new, and to all we meet you care to know. Well, I'm the lucky man with his gra on show. Well, you're my double-A girl, I'm never gonna let you go. Well, in your guna gurum, come sing with me on Grafton Street till the morning comes. We'll greet the sun with a lover's song, and to all we meet you care to know. I'm the lucky man with his gra on show. You're my double-A girl, I'm never gonna let you go. And you me 100,000 times. You're showing me the way to stay between the lines. So high above everything that's mine. Giving and forgiving, you're the rhyme in every poem I love. So get your blue shoes on, fall home with me up Leeson Street like we used to do on those summer nights when love was new, and to all we need to care to know. I'm the lucky man with his bra on show. Well, you're my double-A girl, I'm never gonna let you go. Showing me the way to stay between the lines. So high above everything that's mine. Giving and forgiving, you're the rhyme in every poem I love. So get your blue shoes on and dance with me round Stephen's Green like we used to do on those summer nights when love was new, and to all we need to care to know. Well, I'm the lucky man with his bra on show. Well, you're my double-A girl, I'm never gonna let you go. Yeah, you're my double-A girl, I'm never gonna let you go. Well, you're my double-A girl, and I'm never gonna let you go. Hey!
Hot off the press.
Hot off the press. Here's the Dublin girl now. Thanks, love. All right. So yes, Anne-Marie was making a playlist. Can you put that into the description or something, or
Oh yeah.
into the comments?
The ticks are ones I found, and the extra ones I couldn't get.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. She's very good with all that kind of thing. So what we did was we put it all into a playlist. I might mention a few of the songs that people were loving about Dublin. I'm gonna see if my chat thing is working today. It doesn't. It perhaps isn't. If anyone's out there, maybe say hello on the chat, and I will double check. I think I can go and check somewhere else here. Yes, we do have chats. Somehow my other chat box isn't working. So yeah, just a few shout outs here to people who were there. Zoological Gardens didn't come up as a suggestion. Kojo Mojo. But it's in one of the books here that I had. It's a pretty cool. I have a Dubliner's book here. We'll get to later, and so that's definitely a fun one. But nobody mentioned it as their favourite. Thank you very much. Up the dubs. We have Phil Lynch. If it wasn't so warm in general, I might actually be wearing my up the actually, and I can't wear it over. It looks a bit too. It's a bit much. But anyway, that's me dubs one. I'm gonna have to get a cap when I go home to Dublin in November. We have Shani and Rory are with us as well over in Costa Mesa. Thank you very much for tuning in. And Monique Lowe is with us, and we've George White, who had some great suggestions, which none of which I don't think I've done. George, they're on the long list, so I'll have to get to them again. And yeah, excellent. Queeve is there as well. My younger brother Sean was just playing a hurling match against. It was on YouTube there. We were watching a bit of it. He scored a point, but I think they lost to Crave Kieran. Thomas Davis's. Anne Marie has added that in there on YouTube. If anyone wants to later on, not during the set, but if anyone wants to go to Spotify and listen to some of these songs. Let's keep going with another song. I'll mention those later on, the ones people chose on Facebook. So again, that lyrics of that one were Miss Enda Cullen mainly and myself, and the music was by myself. So let's do one of them. Get this out of the way. So I don't normally play this instrument, but let me see. Yeah, that's not the stand for it. There it is. There. Okay. Getting caught up here in wires, which sometimes happens. This is the ukulele. So I found the chords for this song on the ukulele. This was by far and away the most voted for song about Dublin that people. Some of the others got like 2 and 3 people liking them. The Dublin Saunter got 7. So 7 people were loving the Dublin Saunter. So it had to be done. My friend Aoife plays it. And she's busy. She is actually doing a gig in the Mansion House at the moment, which is where the Lord Mayor of Dublin lives. So Aoife does be doing gigs like that. Otherwise she might have joined us on the live stream for this one. But you're gonna have to do with me on this one. So this is a fun song written by Leo Maguire, published in 1953. The Dublin Saunter. I've been north, I've been south, I've been east and west, I've been just a rolling stone. But there's one place on this earth I've always liked the best, just a little town I call my own. For Dublin can be heaven, with coffee at 11 and a stroll in Stephen's Green. There's no need to hurry, there's no need to worry, you're a king and the lady's a queen. And Grafton Street's a wonderland, there's magic in the air, there's diamonds in the lady's eyes and gold dust in her hair. And if you don't believe me, come and meet me there, in Dublin on a sunny summer morning. I've been here, I've been there, I've sought the rainbow's end, but no crock of gold I've found. Now I know that come what will, whatever fate may send, here my roots are deep and friendly ground. For Dublin can be heaven, with coffee at 11 and a stole in Stephen's Green. And there's no need to hurry, there's no need to worry, you're a king and the lady's a queen. Grafton Street's a wonderland, there's magic in the air, there's diamonds in the lady's eyes and gold dust in her hair. And if you don't believe me, come and meet me there, in Dublin on a sunny summer morning. And if you don't believe me, come and meet me there, in Dublin on a sunny summer morning. In Dublin on a sunny Sunday morning. Yay! Lovely little one. Right, we're going to move along. I didn't sound check my Bowron, so hopefully it won't go overloading the mic here. Who else have we got with us? We've got Annika watching from Rainy Lucan. Request for the one about the lovely Luther House. Yes, that'll be coming up. Thanks very much, Annika, for asking about that one. That is Canal Bank Hangover Walk, which we will get to. What are we going to do? We need a Bowron. This is not the super moon, although we saw it this morning, which is pretty cool. It was really low in the sky, and I wish I had a better camera to have got it. This is the Bowron. So this is a song that I wrote about Tala, where I'm from, and the crescent trees just mean the trees on Timon Crescent, where my ma lives, where the leaves all fall down in the next month and drive her mad, coming into the driveway, and there's a bit in the middle, and it goes train. So what we used to do is you put your foot in when you're out on the street to see who would be on for the games, chasing or kick the can or whatever the street games were that we had at the time. And you'd go, train number 9 going on the railway line. If the train goes off the track, do you want your money back? Yes or no? You're it. And so then they were on for chasing or whatever we were playing. So that's it. The melody was written by Paddy Malone, and he gave me permission to make use of it. So yeah, here goes. Ulach Omachri, a weight from my heart. And if you didn't see it, it's a Dublin thing. You wouldn't bleed in Gara. Strange jump, strange t-shirt, but very Dublin. Okay. Look, I'm a cream when into the heart. Good out and yard is too much daughter. I'm a cream. Look, I'm a cream. Look, I'm a cream when into the heart. Good out and yard is too much daughter. I'm a cream. Look, I'm a cream. When I'm feeling lost, it's then that you find me and lead me on to where my soul shines bright. Take me on tonight, down the old Bond Way and around the avenue to where the crescent trees come into view. The streets of my youth will look on the cream when to the heart. Good young and yard is too much daughter. Cream. Look on my cream. Look on my cream when to the heart. Good young and yard is too much daughter. Cream. Look on my cream. Train number 9 coming down the railway line. If that train goes off the track, do you want your money back? Look, I'm a cream waiting into the heart. Good out and yard is too much daughter. Cream. Look, I'm a cream. Look, I'm a cream waiting into the heart. Good out and yard is too much daughter. Cream. Look, I'm a cream. And if you lose your way, trust in me and see your path will illuminate. Our own fate. Look on the cream waiting to the heart. Good out and yard is too much daughter. Cream. Wish you look on my cream. Look on the cream waiting to the heart. Good out and yard is too much daughter. Cream. Look on my cream. Look on my cream waiting to the heart. Good young and yard is too much daughter. Cream. Look on cream. going back where it was. So that was Ulach on Muchri. Thanks for listening. Right, where are we going? So there was a song a few years ago. I did a Dublin thing, and my brother-in-law Cody, his father, may he rest in peace, he wanted to hear this song about Kimmage, the three lovely lassies in Kimmage. So I started learning that one, and I'm gonna have to tune up actually, so I better be tuning while I'm chatting. So I've been singing it around a little bit, not too much, but in the AOH here, the Ancient Order of Hibernians, Jim has been over here, like, he's from North Dublin, but he's been over here like 60 years or something, and but he remembered that there was a previous song called Three Lovely Lasses in Banyan, and that was the original song. And the song is kind of all about, I'll read a bit of it here for you. There are three lovely lasses in Banyan. There are three lovely lasses in Banyan, and I love the best of them all. And I love the best of them all. And then her father has 40 white shillings. Her father has 40 white shillings and the grass of a goat and a cow. And then, and her mother says she can marry. Her mother says she can marry, and she'll leave her bed when she dies. This was like a #1 song or something back in the day. Anyway, some of the lads, I don't know, it was one of the Dubliners or somebody in the community, decided to write a skit song, if that's what you call it, taking the mick out of this song. And it's about the three lovely lassies in Kimmage who are having a scrap over the man, and she's the toughest of them all. So it's a bit of crack. This is one the Dubliners did, but that's the lovely lasses in Banyan that I found in an old where is it here? 40 Irish hits of our times, and I don't recognise most of them. Okay. That's an old book. So we get to our lassies from Kimmage, and Kimmage is down the South Circular Road. Down the South Circular Road, in my mind, from where we used to live on Adelaide Road, which is pretty much the continuation of it. All right, here we go. There's a lot of repetition in this, so I want you to join in. There were three lovely lassies from Kimmage, from Kimmage, and whenever there was a bit of a scrimmage, sure I was the toughest of all, Now the cause of the row was Joe Cashin, for he told me he thought I looked smashing at the dance in the Adelaide Hall, When he gets a few jars he goes frantic, but he's tall and he's dark and romantic, and I love him in spite of it all. Now the other two young ones were flipping. We're flipping when they saw me and Joe and we tripping to the strains of the Tennessee Waltz, Now he told me he thought we should marry, for he said it was foolish to tarry. So I lent them the price of the ring. Now me dad says he'll give us a present. a present, an owl stool and a lovely stuffed pheasant, and a picture to hang on the wall, a picture to hang on the wall. I went down to the tenancy section, the carbo, the section, and the TD before the election said he'd give me a house near me, man. He'd give me a house near me, man. Well, we're getting the house, the man said it. He said it, he said it, he said it. When I've 5 or 6 kids to me credit. In the meantime, we'll live with me, man. In the meantime, we'll live with me, man. There were 3 lovely lassies from Kimmage, from Kimmage, from Kimmage, from Kimmage. And whenever there was a bit of a scrimmage, sure I was the toughest of all. Sure I was the toughest of all. Yeah, the 3 lovely lassies. Now, we're going to have a look at, how are we doing this again? Who have we got with us again? We're going to have a look at another lassie or two in our songs now. Yes, this would be one that we would have learned in school, which is called The Spanish Lady. Yeah. Well, who else have we got with us? Frederick Kane is with us. Fred, formerly from Camden, Michigan. You're in here. Thanks, Fred. Good to see you again. We've Connor Freeland, the Piper. Lovely stuff. Motivating to get your uke out again. Excellent, wonderful stuff. So yeah, I had a wonderful show down in Minerva in Ohio, with Connor and his parents were my hosts, and it was a lovely old theatre, like a old cinema type theatre, and we had a lovely show. There was a cricket in the building. No one could find it, but you know the cricket was with me on stage, and it was a lot of crack. It was great. So thanks for tuning in, Connor. Good to see you. We've Thomas Clark with us here as well. Excellent rhythm. Thank you very much. Rhythm has been my nemesis for years. So to hear somebody say that is great for me. So thanks, Thomas. Right, where are we going? We're going down to Dublin City. Yeah, at the hour of 12 in the night. Out late at night. Alright. Whack fall the tour a lure laddie. Whack fall the tour a lure lay. And you have a tuner. Use it. I thought I could trust my ears, but obviously not. Tuner. Alright, there we. Nearly there. Patience. Give me some of that sweet patience, Lord. There's another Dublin song. Alright, here we go. As I went down to Dublin City at the hour of 12 in the night, who should I see but the Spanish lady washing her feet by candlelight. First she washed them, then she dried them on a fire of amber coal. And in all my life I ne'er did see a maid so sweet about the soul. Whack full the tooraloo laddie, whack full the tooraloo lay. Whack full the tooraloo laddie, whack full the tooraloo lay. And as I came back through Dublin City at the hour of 8:30, who should I spy but the Spanish lady brushing her hair in the broad daylight. First she tossed it, then she brushed it on. Her lap was a silver comb. And in all my life I ne'er did see a maid so sweet since I did roam. And whack full of tooraloo-laddie, whack full of tooraloo-laddie, whack full of tooraloo-laddie, whack full of tooraloo-laddie. And as I went back through Dublin city, as the sun began to set, who should I spy but the Spanish lady? She was catching the mott in the golden net. When she saw me, then she fled me, lifting her petticoat over the knee. And in all my life I ne'er did see a maid so shy as a Spanish lady. Whack full of tooraloo-laddie, whack full of tooraloo-laddie, whack full of tooraloo-laddie, whack full of tooraloo-laddie. Well, I've wandered north, I've wandered south, through Stony Batter and Patrick's Close, up and around by the Gloucester Diamond and back by Napper Tandy's house. Old age has laid her hand on me, cold as a fire of ashy coal. Ah, but where is the lovely Spanish lady, so neat and sweet about the soul? Whack full of tooraloo-laddie, 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 whack full of tooraloo-laddie. Slodge it. That reminds me, water. The Irish, the English of Dublin. So Dublin, the name comes from Doolin or Dublin. A lot of times in Old Irish, the B would have a dot above it. D-U-B-H is dark or black. So it's like Blackpool, the dark pond. And I was reading up about it a bit there, and we'd sent friends of ours to Markham Shell from Triskel Tours to the Chester Beatty Library. But something I didn't realise was that directly outside if Wikipedia can be believed, outside of the Chester Beatty Library, just at the back of Dublin Castle there, there's kind of this circular what would you call it? Circular garden. But supposedly that's where the pool was, the original pool from. I think it's where the Poddle and the Liffey kind of were meeting. So I was just thinking, wouldn't it be cool if they dug it out again and actually made the pool exist again? Because there's a lot of underground rivers and all. I wonder if they could do that, and actually we could get the Doolin back again into Dublin. I was just thinking that'd be kind of fun. All right, I'll have a top up.
You held up your glass.
Oh no, I'm just. Thank you.
I know.
All right, I hope everyone's keeping hydrated at home. Yes. Gotta keep it hydrated. All right, wonderful stuff. Let's keep going. A very popular one we're going to do next is in Dublin's Fair City. Let's give it a go. Molly Malone. I believe the statue has been getting painted and taken away and cleaned and all different stuff. I don't know what's going on with it. All right. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone, as she wheeled her wheelbarrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh. She was a fishermonger, sure 'twas no wonder, for so was her father and mother before, and they both wheeled their barrows through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh. Well, she died of a fever, no one could save her. That was the end of sweet Molly Malone. Now her ghost wheels her barrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh. Okay, so Annika was asking for the Canal Bank Hangover Walk, and we used to live on Adelaide Road, just beside the Luther House and St. Finian's Church, which is just across the way from the Eye and Ear Hospital. And there's mention of both things there. You would always see people walking down the road with patches on their eyes, and walking around there hungover one morning, seeing a few people with patches on their eyes. Just sometimes it's a little bit strange, but that's the way of it. Yeah, other than that, it mentions the boat on the canal, which is a wonderful. I used to perform on the boat. I get a free meal, and then when the dessert began, I would start playing for all the folks and stuff. So a little cruise on the canal is a pretty cool thing. So this is, mentions a different statue, the statue to Patrick Kavanagh. Maybe I'm doing a thing with statues. I have to write one about Phil Lynott next now. All right, here we go. Do I use a pick for this? I don't think I do. Okay. Take a walk along the shady leafy bank, sing a song when you're blue, let the sun shine through, say hello to Paddy, he's sitting on the bench where the lovers kiss on the canal gates. Roudalum-a-doodalum, skiddery-idaloo, and daydum, roudalum-a-doodalum, a skiddery-idalum, a sure. Now the bikes go by in 10s and 33s, it delights the green man's flesh dancing. Well, hold your own as you cross through the bike melee, where the boatman is cleaning out the dirty biz. And roudalum-a-doodalum, skiddery-idaloo, and daydum, roudalum-a-doodalum, skiddery-idalum, a sure. Quick your step along graffiti boardwalk, on and on under the weeping willow, and see the office folk with their lunch in the sun. And I've not yet had my breakfast. And roudalum-a-doodalum, skiddery-idaloo, and daydum, roudalum-a-doodalum, skiddery-idalum, a shun. Now me tongue goes rum, me head still dum-a-dum. Time to turn at the empty Garda station and head for home past Luther's lovely little church, passing the poor one-eyed people, and round-a-lum a doodle-lum a skiddery idle and dead, and round-a-lum a doodle-lum a skiddery idle a shun. Round-a-lum a doodle-lum a skiddery idle. Yo! Right. Now, how are we all? How are we doing? Where am I off to? Yes. Oh yeah, we've two canals. The Grand Canal, and then there is also the Royal Canal. So we'll sing a song about the Royal Canal, or mentioning the Royal Canal. I'm going through my lovely mic here today, so I don't have the looping pedal set up, but I'm working on a looping version of this as well. This was you have two songs for you about the one place here. So this is all along the banks of the Royal Canal, or the old triangle. And it was people said that Brendan Behan wrote it, but he never claimed to have written it. It was another fella that I believe he was in prison with in Mountjoy. And so yeah, which I should have written his name down, but we'll mention it again some other time. I'll figure it out. All right, so we'll just give a shot at this. A hungry feeling came o'er me stealing, and the mice were squealing in my prison cell, and the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. To begin the morning, the screw was bawling, "Get up, you bowsy, and clean out your cell." And the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. The lad was sleeping because he was creeping, as I lay there weeping for my girl son. And the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. Up in the female prison there are 75 women, and some amongst them that I wish I did dwell. Then the old triangle could go jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal, all along the banks of the Royal Canal. I wish to Jesus they'd raise me wages from £2.7 to £3.10. Then the old triangle could go jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. I couldn't help myself. I don't know how much he was actually getting paid, but I think people make it up as they go. Me ma was asking for that one as well, so there we go. Alright, we are gonna do, I found, I have a load of books that I got from, there's a man around these parts whose collection of LPs I inherited. No one else wanted them, so I said, oh, I'll take them. And then the opportunity to get a lot of his books with interesting old songs and stuff are in them. So I've been looking through them all to see what songs about Dublin I can find. This one came up and it says the Mountjoy Hotel. Okay, and underneath it says the air is the Mountains of Mourne. So we're going to give this one a shot. So you got to help me out here. Let's see. So the Mountains of Mourne, how does that go? Where the mountains of Mourne sweep down to the sea. In Dublin's big town, there are first-class hotels where they give bed and board and lodging. Oh, let's start again. Come on, end it. In Dublin's big town, there are first-class hotels where they give board and lodging to all those big swells. There's blinds on the windows and bells on the door and a beautiful carpet laid on the floor. But the grandest of all, and 'tis now in full swing, is a beautiful building controlled by the king. I was there once myself and I'm able to tell that there's no digs in Dublin like Mountjoy Hotel. I was met at the train by the porter on bus and he took me along with a great deal of fuss. We drove to the town like a viceroy in state, and we never drew rein till we stopped at the gate. I was brought to a room where they took down me name. They asked my address and the reason I came. When I answered those questions, the clerk rang the bell. I was ordered a bath at the Mountjoy Hotel. When I got in the bath, though my blood was nigh froze, the attendant he brought me a new suit of clothes. The finish was fine and the pattern grand, and over them all was a beautiful brand. The dinner was served, 'twas a glorious feast. It consisted of 5 or 6 courses at least. But the brandies and liqueurs, they made me head swell. I got drunk as a lord at the Mountjoy Hotel. The bedrooms were cosy and carefully kept. When I lay down to rest, I immediately slept. But early next morning, without by or leave, get up, says the boots, there's here's hot water to shave. The breakfast consisted of fish, ham and eggs, but I drained me old stirabout can to the dregs. Then I asked for the bill, sure the waiter near fell. 'Tis all free, sir, says she. I'll say it again. 'Tis all free, sir, he said, in the Mountjoy Hotel. I went for a walk every day around the grounds, for the guests, as you know, must keep within bounds. When I asked for me pipe, as I wanted a smoke, says the boss very stiff, do you think it a joke? I'm sorry, I said, you have taken it so, but please for a brandy and soda no go. Bread and water, says he, perhaps will do you as well. And I got it that week at the Mountjoy Hotel. I stopped there some months as I couldn't well go, where all were so kind and they treated me so, with light and attendance and everything free, not to mention the extras and afternoon tea. At last came the day when I had to depart. I almost got sick with the joy in me heart, for with all its grand comforts, the truth I must tell, that I won't go again to the Mountjoy Hotel. There's the Mountjoy Hotel. Phil O'Neill. Phil O'Neill. So, who else have we got with us? We have Morris Byrne saying hello. Big love from Castle Bellingham in the wee county. County Loud. Thanks very much, Morris, for being with us. Hope you're all enjoying the show. I have a fairly new website, endoriley.com has gotten an update in the last while. So if anyone wants to go over there and have a gander at some point, that'd be amazing. Also, if anyone would like to leave a tip, the tip jar, I do have a tip jar, as it were. I don't know if it's going to come up here. It's in the, what's it called? It's in the description below anyway. It doesn't seem to want to come up on the screen. There we go. There's one of them. And there's one for America and one for Ireland. If you are interested, I can leave them up there on the screen for a bit. Thanks very much to all who do. Throw a few bits in the jar. So we're gonna go do. Yeah, let's read out some of the ones people voted for. Now I can't play most of them, or to be honest. So we had well, Dublin in the Rare Old Times, which I'm gonna sing now in a second. Spanish Lady. Somebody asked for the Great Fire of Dublin, which is a song that we'll release soon. Raglan Road, Molly Malone, the Foggy Dew, Old Town by Thin Lizzy. That's a great one. Paper House by Lisa Hannigan. I don't know it, but I must listen up. Take Her Up to Monto. That's a good one. Up the Dubs. Rocky Road to Dublin. Daffodil Mulligan. Heyday. I didn't know that was about Dublin, but there you go. Easy and Slow. We had a few votes for that. Freedom's Sons. That's one by Tommy Makem. Biddy Mulligan. The Pride of the Kiln. We had The City of Styrofoam Cups. That was an amazing one by Jinx Lennon. Dublin Screaming Murder by a band called the Hassle Merchants. They were an amazing punk band that was involved with the Knockin' Stockin' and all that back in the day. Dublin Blues by Guy Clark. We don't need anybody else. Nobody else. Sorry, Whipping Boy. The Dublin Saunter was the one that had all the ones. I'll mention a few more. Molly Malone, Dublin City Sky, Summer in Dublin. That'd be a good one. I might do that one at some point. Cold Old Fire by Lankum. That's a great tune as well. The Mero. Do you know what? I don't really know the Mero very well, but that got a couple of votes, so I'm gonna have to have a good listen to that one. George voted for that one as well. Dublin in My Tears as well. That had a good few. Streets of Dublin, O'Donoghue's, the Old Triangle, Raglan Road, and Anne-Marie's favourite is the Celtic Tiger. Hear the Celtic Tiger roar, I want more. Damo. And then there's one called Settle Kids by A Lazarus Soul. And someone wants to hear the Shelley Banks, so we might do that one later as well. So, if you have any other votes, let us know your favourite Dublin song if it wasn't mentioned there. We're getting very hot in here. It's getting hot in here. So I'm gonna tune up. Cool. So thanks again for being with us. I'll take off them things there for a bit. Okay. It's a wonderful song. Have we got a pick? Who has seen my pick? I'm calling them picks now, lads, and not plex. America's getting to me. I don't have a pick. Right, we're gonna just do it by hand. Or maybe we use this thing here. Okay. Raised on songs, you're in the wrong key, and relax the cax, Riley. Okay. Here's Here's a Dublin saying for you. Relax the kegs. Okay. Raised on songs and stories, heroes of renown, the parting tales and glories that once was Dublin town. The hallowed halls and houses, haunting children's rhymes, that once was Dublin city in the rare old time. A ring, a rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old time. My name it is Sean Dempsey, as Dublin as could be, born hard and late in Pimlico, in a house that ceased to be. Of trade I was a cooper, lost out to redundancy, like my house that fell to progress by trades of memory. A ring, a rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old time. I courted Peggy Dignan, as pretty as you please, arrogant child of Mary, from the rebel liberties. I lost her to a student chap with skin as black as coal, when he took her off to Birmingham, she took away my soul. A ring, a rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old time. The years have made me bitter, the gargle dims me brain, for Dublin keeps on changing and nothing stays the same. The Pillar and the Met have gone, the Royal long since pulled down, as the grey unyielding concrete makes a city of my town. A ring, a rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old time. Fare thee well, sweet Anna Liffey, I can no longer stay and watch the new glass cages that spring up along the quay. Me mind's too full of memories, too old to hear new chimes. I'm a part of what was Dublin in the rare old time. A ring, a rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old times. I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Now, I found something. I found another intriguing song. This was in the Dubliners book. Isn't that a cool book? It's got like a Pint of a pint. I'll have a pint of Dubliners there, please. Thanks. Pint of Dubliners. They could make them. Somebody should make that now. Now that there's not just Guinness making stuff, but Bass. Was it Bass they used to drink? I can't remember. Whoever gave them money. Phil's asking for the Foggy Dew. Yes, we will do that one. We're going to do this one first. So this one, it mentioned the pillar. I don't do peas into mics, people. Don't do peas into mics. The pillar, and the pillar and the Met have gone. Not Master McGrath, wrong one. Nelson's Farewell, this one's called. So in 1966, I think it was. It says here, when the Irish celebrated the 50th anniversary of Easter week by blowing Nelson off his column in Dublin's O'Connell Street, they left the street to the effigy of the man for whom it was named, and few tears were shed. Well, few tears were shed, that's probably true, but yet again, it gets mentioned in the song, so people get used to things, and I believe you could go up into the pillar and you can have a view of Dublin, which you can't do with the spire. When the spire came in at the same place, not many people were happy about it, but I think people get used to it again. Sure, if it was gone now, you'd miss it. So let me see, what am I going to do? Oh yeah, we're going to give this one a go. Oh yeah, I'm just going to do this one a cappella. Poor old Admiral Nelson. Yeah. Poor old, here we go, I have it now, Poor old Admiral Nelson is no longer in the air. Tooraloo, on the 8th day of March in Dublin City's fair. Tooraloo, from his stand of stones and mortar, he fell crashing through the quarter, where once he stood so stiff and proud and rude. So let's sing our celebration. It's a service to the nation, so poor old Admiral Nelson, tooraloo. Oh, 50 pounds of gelignite did sped him on his way. Tooraloo, and the lad that laid the charge, we're in debt to him today. Tooraloo, in Trafalgar Square it might be fair to leave out Nelson standing there, but no one tells the Irish what they'll view. Now the Dublin Corporation could stop deliberations, for the boys of Ireland showed them what to do. For 157 years it stood up there in state, tooraloo, to mark old Nelson's victory o'er the French and Spanish fleet. Tooraloo, but 1:30 in the morning, without a bit of warning, oh, at last the Irish nation, old Nelson took a powder and he blew. Oh, at last the Irish nation has Parnell in higher station than poor old Admiral Nelson, tooraloo. Oh, the Russians and the Yanks with lunar probes they play, tooraloo, and I hear the French are trying hard to make up lost headway, tooraloo, but now the Irish join the race. We have an astronaut in space. Ireland, boys, is now a world power too. So let's sing our celebration. It's a service to the nation. So poor old Admiral Nelson, tooraloo. Tooraloo, 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 tooraloo. So poor old Admiral Nelson, tooraloo. So there you go. There was that's a weird little one. Words by Joe Dolan. I think it's a different Joe Dolan to the entertainer Joe Dolan. I presume it's a different type of song that he would sing. I seem to have pulled myself out of. Let's say I messed up the video there a little. Anyway, that is a bit of a mad one. So I hope you've enjoyed that. A bit of crack. How we doing? Yeah, we're probably gonna go. Usually I do these for about an hour, but this one's going to go for a little bit longer. Hopefully that's all right, which is, if you can stick around, that'll be deadly. Same tune as Sergeant William Bailey, I think. I was struggling with the tune there, so I'll have to practice it a bit more if I want to do it again. But yeah, Connor, you probably know your tunes better than me, I think. All right, we're going to do another original. This was 1875. We had there was a big fire in Dublin, and Enda Cullen, friend of mine, did a lot of research on it, and he wrote great lyrics here, and then I put music to it, and Aisling Kavanagh was involved as well. Actually, Aisling did most of the music, and I kind of came in at towards the end. So it's really Aisling and Enda did a lot of work on this, and then I came in on it. There's a great podcast called Three Castles Burning, and he has a great Donald has a great talk about all of this as well in there. Donald Fallon, his father. So have I got? I'm gonna have to get an old. Oh no, here we go. Gravity is stealing my plex. So this is Admiral. What was his name? Not Admiral Nelson came to the. I'm getting me people mixed up here. Yes. What was his name? Captain Ingram was the man who came and saved the day. So you'll hear about that in the song. So here we go. Fire. Dublin's whiskey fire, that blessed stinking fire. Dublin's whiskey fire. Oh, friends of Dublin, young and old, come round and hear me well. Of Chambers Street's great whiskey fire, a sobering tale I'll tell. When deep within the liberties, a fire spread quickly on the breeze, which brought the people to their knees, not just to take a drink. A raging fire lit the leafy sky, making day of night, and flames reached to the streets below, trailing left and right. A warehouse called Malone's it found, soon barrels blew high off the ground, poor squalling craters ran around the cobblestones and kissed the whiskey fire. Dublin's whiskey fire, that blessed stinking fire. Dublin's whiskey fire. For hours the fiery chaos reigned, Irish whiskey ran. A flaming river burned the street like hell revealed to man. But folk who liked their toddies hot filled hands and hats and boots and pots, imbibed their smoking balls of malt, shouting slaunch it to the fire. Dublin's whiskey fire, that blessed stinking fire. Dublin's whiskey fire. Oh, Captain Ingram soon was hailed to tame the whiskey fire. As water on its own had failed, the blaze now burning higher. To halt the flaming flow for sure, he ordered sand and horse manure, made the call to build a wall, and 10 Hail Marys to restrain the fire. Dublin's whiskey fire, that blessed stinking fire. Dublin's whiskey fire. Brave men of Dublin Fire Brigade to their orders went. Use shovel, bucket, rake and spade till every man was spent. From horse-shit, sand and gravel made their stinking fireproof barricades, quenched the flames the day was saved. Heroes one and all who built the walls and tamed the fire. Dublin city's fire, that blessed stinking fire. Dublin's whiskey fire. For poor old Dublin's liberties, the end is bittersweet. For 13 of our people died from drinking off the street. And though we mourn the loss of lives from the whiskey fire of 75, thank God some whiskey stock survived. Comfort to us all. So here's to all who rang the bell, survived this flames to tell. 5,000 barrels blown to hell. Like burning rain it fell. Like burning rain it fell. As fire, Dublin's whiskey fire, that blessed stinking fire. Dublin's whiskey fire, whiskey fire, Dublin's whiskey fire. So there we are. The whiskey fire. They used to keep, I think the whiskey was taxed when it was sold. So they used to keep loads and loads and loads of whiskey in these big storage houses. So I'm not sure if they changed that after. They must have. That was happened in the area of, it's along Cork Street there. Not too far from the Coombe. As you go into town, yeah, just along there. So yes, we'll do a few more. It's on my list. So thanks very much everyone for asking for tunes and all that type of thing. Someone had asked for where am I at here? Yeah, no, we'll keep going as we've been going. Yeah, I've got one that Aoife Scott and I wrote this one about the Shelley Banks. So I think it was in the 1700s they built the extension of the Liffey kind of out the walls, the bull walls. So you've got the South Bull Wall and the North Bull Wall, and from the North Bull Wall a big kind of mud flat developed over the years, and that became Bull Island, which is an amazing place to go and visit for. It's a wildlife sanctuary now that developed there. And then to the south of it, there isn't really that same thing didn't happen. But just at the end of the wall there's a collection of lots of shells, and they call it the Shelley Banks. And so when Aoife Scott came to me to write some songs for her first album a number of years ago, that's her favourite spot to go for a walk, to clear her head. So she really wanted to write a song about the Shelley Banks. So I said, well, let's go for a walk, and we went for a walk, and these are all the things we saw. Old crane lifted stones from the water, built these walls long ago. I went walking, dropped a penny in the south wall to keep us safe from the storm. The sea is green with envy of the calm in the harbour as she crashes on the shore, where I give thanks down by the Shelley Banks, scream my cares to the bay. I need those lighthouse lamps down by the Shelley Banks, green and red they guide my way. So take me where herons swoop over, come down to greet me, won't let me trip and fall. I own the coastline from Holt up to Braehead as the lovely Liffey flows. The sea is green with envy of the calm in the harbour as she crashes on the shore, where I give thanks down by the Shelley Banks, scream my cares to the bay. I need those lighthouse lamps down by the Shelley Banks, green and red they guide my way when my troubles drag me down and I don't know why. Well, I just bring my pack of worries and throw them to the tide. The sea is green with envy of the calm in the harbour as she crashes on the shore, where I give thanks down by the Shelley Banks, scream my cares to the bay. I need those lighthouse lamps down by the Shelley Banks, green and red they guide my way, where I give thanks down by the Shelley Banks, scream my cares to the bay. I need those lighthouse lamps down by the Shelley Banks, green and red they guide my way. So take me there today. Wonderful. I enjoyed that. That was, if I say so myself. It was great working with Aoife writing songs. She's a great songwriter and has great vision for what she wants from a song. Where are we going here? Yeah, let's say hello to a poet. Let's do Raglan Road. This was voted for a few times. Raglan Road wasn't too far from where we lived. It's a good wide street. Written by Patrick Kavanagh and the Dubliners. Although I heard rumours that Patrick Kavanagh's brother was involved as well. I didn't get credit, but sure, who knows? Where are we at here? Yeah, let me have a quick look. Pierce McLaughlin is in the house as well. Thanks, Pierce. Thanks for listening in. Pierce McLaughlin is a wonderful singer, if you've never heard of him. And he's from Sligo. And we did a song, A Goal, like on Garavogue together. And he's got a few different versions of it. If you know my version, you want to hear a different version of it, go and find Pierce McLaughlin's version of that. Yes, here we go. Raglan Road, why not? PJ was asking for this as well, PJ Brady, so this is going out to PJ as well. Unfortunately, I don't have Stephen James Smith around with me to perform it the way we used to do it, but here we go. We need more reverb for this. Give me a second here. Thanks for your patience. Here we go. On Raglan Road of an autumn day, I saw her first and knew that her dark hair would weave a snare that I might one day rue. I saw the danger, yet I walked along the enchanted way. And I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. on Grafton Street in November. We tripped lightly along the ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen the worth of passion's pledge. The Queen of Hearts still making tarts, sure I'm not making hay. Oh, I loved too much, and by such is happiness thrown away. Well, I gave her gifts of the mind, I gave her the secret sign that's known to the artists who have known the true gods of sound and stone. And word and tint I did not stint, for I gave her poems to say, and with her own name there and her own dark hair, like clouds over fields of May. On a quiet street where all ghosts meet, I see her walking now, away from me so hurriedly. My reason must alone that I had wooed not as I should, creature made of clay. And when the angel woos, clay lose his wings at the dawn of the day. I was brought back to right back to Raglan Road. Anne-Marie used to live in Pembroke Cottages in Donnybrook, and you could walk kind of down towards is it Waterloo Road and all down there if you came through Herbert Park, and then you would cut down and you could come through Raglan Road and then down to the canal or down wherever you want. So that's where my mind went there while I was singing. That's what music does, doesn't it? So yeah, what are we gonna do? A few more. Yeah, let's try this one. It's been a long time. There's a poet that's alive. Fair play to him. His name is Pat Inglesby. And do yourself a favour and look up Pat Inglesby on Facebook. And actually we have a poet listening as well. Phil Lynch is with us here as well. So thanks, Phil, for listening in. Hello to Mary. Hope you're doing well. But we have Pat Inglesby as well. I wrote a song years ago and I put Pat into the song. And so I just thought, well, should we give that one a go? It's called I'm Doing Fine, Just the Way I Am. And I haven't practiced this, so hopefully it'll go all right. But Eva's a lonely lady living in town. All the old women, they gathered around. Why don't you go out and find yourself a man? She tells him, I'm doing fine just the way I am. I'm doing fine just the way I am. Poet sells his books on the street. He used to be famous, had this show on TV. Oh yeah. People say he's crazy, but he doesn't give a damn. Hey! I'm doing fine just the way I am. He told me I'm doing fine just the way I am. So why not let other people do what they want to do? If it's not harming us or anyone else, so maybe do a little thinking. We should do a little thinking about ourselves. My friend Steve has no mobile phone. The only way to reach him is when he's at home. You're living in the past, I said, get with the plan. What? He tells me I'm doing fine just the way I am. I'm doing fine just the way I am. Not let other people do what they want to do. If it's not harming us or anyone else, so maybe do a little thinking. I should do a little thinking about myself. I'm doing fine just the way I am. I'm doing fine just the way I am. Yoo-hoo. That's for all the people who know that from years ago in Dublin. Hello to you all. And yeah, for anyone who hasn't heard that song before, it's on my first album, which is called Oxygen 21. So you can go and have a listen to that on the Spotify or any of those places. There's no CDs of that one remaining. So Phil was asking for the Foggy Dew, so let's do that. And we're about an hour and a half in, so let's make this the last one. Thanks so much for being with me and exploring a little bit of Dublin. Yeah, you can watch this again if you want. I'll be probably putting out little bits of this on other social media and things like that in future. So you might, if you see them, like them and share them and all this type of thing. Thanks again for being with me, and yeah, this is something special about this song. Like there's some amazing rebel songs out there, and I don't know if I'd call this a rebel one. It's more kind of just looking at what was happening at the time in Ireland. It was written around 1919. The First World War had just was still going on. Was it still 19? No, it was coming. It was close to the end, I think. Anyway, there was a lot of Irish lads were starting to come home from the First World War, but it was after 1916, so they weren't the most popular bunch at that time. Kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, the poor lads. But this song kind of captures that kind of time pretty well, and Dublin as well. So here we go. Thanks a million for being with me. Yes, indeed. Phil says hi to Anne-Marie as well. Could I play a song for Iseult and Iarla? Well, this one can be for Iseult and Iarla. It's probably not the one they want to hear. Okay, we'll play another song after this for Iseult and Iarla. That'll be my what's it called? Whatever. The come back and finish with. But we'll go with this one. All my words are leaving me today. I'll just sing instead. I was down the glen one Easter morn to a city Vanity Fair road I. There armed lines of marching men in squadrons passed me by. No pipe did hum, no battle drum did sound its dread tattoo. But the Angelus bell or the Liffey swell rang out through the foggy dew. Right proudly high over Dublin town they hung out the flag of war. And 'twas better to die 'neath an Irish sky than at Suvla or Sudalbar. Oh, and from the plains of the Royal Mead strong men came hurrying through, while Britannia's hunts with their long-range guns sailed in through the foggy dew. Towards Britannia bade our wild geese go, that small nations might be free, but their lonely graves are by Suvla's waves on the shores of the great North Sea. Ah, but had they died by Pierce's side or fought with Colbrue, their names we would keep where the Fenians sleep 'neath the shroud of the foggy dew. But the bravest bell and the requiem bell rang mournfully and clear for those who died that Easter tide in the springtime of the year. And the world did gaze in deep amaze at those fearless men but few, who bore the fight that freedom's light might shine through the foggy dew. And so back through the glen I rode again, and my heart with grief was sore, for I parted then with valiant men I never shall see no more. And to and fro in my dreams I'll go, I kneel and I pray for you. For slavery fled, oh glorious dead, when you fell in the foggy dew. When you fell in the foggy dew. Happy birthday to Camilla. Happy birthday, Camilla. Hope you're doing, hope you are having the crack in Castle Bellingham. So Pierce wants a song for Isolt and Irla. What am I going to do for Isolt and Irla? Okay. It has to maintain the Dublin theme, but it has to be a bit of fun. Okay, so it's a bit of a stretch, but Smithfield is full of cobblestones, and there's a bar called the Cobblestone, which played in the back bar loads of times. What a great place that the folks of Dublin managed to save. So we're going to be kicking down the cobblestones with this one. And I'd be thinking the Temple Bar as well, which is full of the cobblestones. So this is definitely the last song. Thanks so much everyone for being with me. If you'd like to leave a tip, please do. otherwise, see you out there. My website is on endoriley.com. We will be doing another one of these next month. I'll figure it out. Just keep an eye out for it. If anyone's interested in coming to Ireland with me in 2025 with Triskel Tours, then from America, then you can go to my website and join up the mailing list, and we'll keep you informed as to what's going on there. So this is it's the last song. This is Simon and Garfunkel, kicking down the cobblestones. Slow down, you move too fast. You got to make the moment last. We're kicking down the cobblestones, looking for fun, feeling groovy. Ba-da-dee-da-da-da-da, feeling groovy. Hello lamppost, what you knowin'? I've come to watch your flowers growing. Ain't you got no rhymes for me? I do it and do-do, feeling groovy. Feeling groovy. I've got no deeds to do, no promises to keep. I'm dappled and drowsy and ready to sleep. Let the morning time drop all its petals on me. A life I love you all is groovy. Ba-da-dee-da-da-da-da, feeling groovy. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, so slow down, you move too fast. You got to make the moment last. We're kicking down the cobblestones, looking for fun and feeling groovy. Ba-da-dee-da-da-da-da, feeling groovy. Right, Gurumina. Thanks for being with me and for having the crack with all the Dublin songs. If you think anyone who might enjoy it, please share the live stream with them afterwards, either on Facebook or using YouTube. Would be great. And that is the crack. So thanks a million, everyone. I will see you out there. Okay, where's the button? Where's the button to fix this again? Nope.